What's going on, YouTube? This be your boy Jay Teezy, and sad to say, y'all, we waking up with a heavy heart. My boy Chadwick Boseman, aka James Brown, aka Jackie Robinson, aka Black Panther, passed away last night, and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I'm hurt, man, and because what Black Panther did for the black culture and especially the black nerd culture as a whole, I feel like was so monumental, you know what I'm saying? And for him to already be gone, man, that's wild to think about. So definitely rest in peace to the man, Chadwick Boseman. But that is not why we came here today. So today we're going to talk about Stockx versus GOAT. Which one is better? And I'm going to give y'all my opinions because obviously a lot of people are buying shoes on resale that they usually wouldn't because of the fact that, I mean, shoes are selling out left and right. So a lot of times you do end up having to pay that resale for a shoe. So if that is something that you are actually into, we're going to go ahead and talk about that right now. But before we do get started with that, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Definitely appreciate any and all support that this video gets. Also, go ahead and smash that like button. I know y'all always hear that on every video, but it really does go a long way when you guys do hit that like button. Also, share this on Facebook, Instagram, whatever you got, and let the people know that there's always more room in this family. Now, speaking of family, before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to my partner, 678 Kicks. I actually just got something in from her today. I got a shirt for y'all. Also, she gave a nice little note on here too. It says, "Thank you for your support. 678 Kicks is a small business trying to get off the ground, and your support helps accomplish goals." And she even tells you how to wash the shirt so the shirt doesn't get, you know what I'm saying, messed up. So that's definitely dope. But going to ahead and showing y'all the shirt before we get into our discussion for today, I got this to go with my Bel Airs. And I love this design. It's definitely dope. Not too many people are going to have it. So I figured, you know what I'm saying, might as well go ahead and get that. It's a dope little design. And two, you guys can also get this shirt, and you can also get a lot of other shirts that she has as well on her site, 678kicks.com. She's also doing things outside of just like regular like sneaker shirts like this. I personally like the FedEx shirt that she's got that says Fed Up, because FedEx is pretty garbage. And they have been, especially through this whole pandemic. So if you like this shirt, and if you like the designs that I'm showing over here in the video, go ahead and click the link in the description. Also, you will get 10% off if you put in Teezy Kicks with an S, not a Z. We're working on that, but Teezy Kicks with an S will get you 10% off of your purchase. Now that we got that out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about Stockx and GOAT. When it comes to Stockx and GOAT, for those who don't know, it's essentially, think about your local resale shops and multiply them by 1,000. Everybody uses these sites. Now, with Stockx is pretty much what all of your resale shops are going to use to set their prices. Pretty much, it's the golden standard, I would say, for lack of a better term, for buying sneakers on the resale market and what the prices are going. They have a really dope setup too. Like, you can see how the prices are trending. Are they trending upward? Are they trending down? It's really dope. I really like it. Now with GOAT, I personally like GOAT a little bit better because I feel like in my size, for the shoes that I do look up and the shoes that I do want, GOAT does them for a cheaper price. Also, GOAT has For other people who are trying to budget but still want shoes, they have other options. Like I believe you can use Affirm and you can use Afterpay on GOAT. So that's definitely one of the advantages of using GOAT. And personally, I think that GOAT is a little bit better. Now, part of that is I have ordered from GOAT. Now, it did take a while for me to get it, but I did actually order a shoe off GOAT during the pandemic. They not even in here. They in the other room. But it's the Air Jordan 5 Laneys. It took me about a month to get them. I'm not even going to flex with you. But that was because I didn't use the instant ship option. And that's another option that they have on their site. Basically, they'll have a price for a shoe where customarily both StockX and GOAT do this. You can post your shoe on there. And essentially what they'll do, they'll send off the... they'll tell the seller that put the shoe up there, hey, somebody's buying your shoe, and then they send it to them, and then they verify the shoe and send it to you. But with GOAT, GOAT has their own stock. So you can choose to instant ship a shoe and pay a little bit extra for it. Sometimes I feel like the instant ship isn't worth it, but it's always an option that I think is definitely pretty dope. My wife actually ordered me these on my birthday. These are the LeBron 17 More Than an Athletes. We did instant ship, and I think she got these in like a week and a half or so. So definitely with the instant ship, it's definitely pretty cool. Now, we don't want to just down StockX like StockX ain't, you know what I'm saying, ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? StockX is definitely still dope in the sense that StockX has a whole lot more shoes on their site. Like, they sell shoes, they sell clothes. I mean, GOAT does it too, to a smaller degree. But StockX has a wider array of shoes from what I've noticed. Because when you go back and you try to look for shoes from like 8 or 9 years ago, a lot of times GOAT won't have them, but StockX does. That's a good thing. Now, one thing that both of them do, they do charge it's like a $12 fee, but StockX also charges an extra 3% as well. And a lot of people don't like that because they started doing that during the pandemic and people were like, we are struggling, why would you do this right now? But also on that same coin, they did have to lay off people and business did slow down for them. So that's more than likely where that's coming from. Now, as far as like horror stories and like customer service and things like that, they both lacking just a little bit. I remember like ordering from GOAT. The first thing that'll happen is if you want to know where your stuff is, they'll send you an automated email, and then within like the next 2 or 3 days, you'll actually get a response from a person, and you'll be able to tell which one's the person and which one is and which one is not. But you get that. But the thing also too about StockX is that it's harder to get in contact with people. For some reason, it feels like that the pandemic hit them a little bit harder. I've seen where people have actually ordered shoes and the shoe didn't pass verification. Now, that's a good thing that, hey, you don't want to sell us a fake shoe, but instead of giving them the option to choose a different shoe or to get a refund, they held their shoe and contacted another seller for them to get the shoe, which they may be like, hey, man, at this point, if you don't got my shoe, I might want to spend this money on something else, yada, yada, yada. And I've also seen where people ordered from there and they didn't get that shoe until like maybe like 2 or 3 months later. Like, I've seen a lot of videos about that. Like, if you search StockX, you'll see that StockX has really been lacking on getting their deliveries out and things like that. But at the same time, when you're trying to buy a shoe from further back, or you're trying to get a more limited shoe like an off-white, I would always recommend going to StockX over GOAT. That's just what I personally would recommend. Also, too, I always say be careful, too, because I remember a while ago, a couple of sellers got their information hacked from StockX, and people were like buying shoes on their credit cards and stuff like that. Not saying that to scare y'all, just making sure that you guys are aware of everything that's going on. And because of that, that personally spooked me. That's why I go with GOAT. more than Stockx, and especially because during the pandemic, they have been lacking a bit as far as getting things to people, but I still feel like, you know, it's still the golden standard for what prices are going for. They get shoes early and you'll be able to see the trends up and down. And I think it's really, even if you're not buying from Stockx, it's a useful tool because I use that sometimes. Like if I'm going to buy from like a local reseller or something like that, I always check the price on Stockx to see what it's trending for online so they don't try to like gouge you for the price. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of those things where it's a personal choice. Let me know down in the comment section below which one of these do you guys prefer. Like I said, that's all I got for y'all today. And if I failed to mention, this is another Talks with Teezy segment. I did want to just talk to y'all, see where your ideas were, see what you guys are thinking, because I see that this is something that people argue about on my Facebook groups all the time. What is better? Who sucks? Who doesn't? And people really get in their feelings over this stuff. And I definitely understand because shoes are a big investment. And when you spend $200+ on something, you want to make sure that the customer service that you are getting is top notch. But like I said, that's all I got for y'all today. I just wanted to chill and vibe with y'all and talk to y'all about stuff. Tuesday, we got another Sit, Sell, or Rock. We're going to talk about these new shoes that's coming out, so please stay tuned for that. And like I said in the beginning, rest in peace to the man Chadwick Boseman. Wakanda forever, baby. And it's your boy Teezy live from the 205, and we out. Peace.